Good morning, everyone. The program is about to start. I request the deans now to come to the dais, please. I now request the chairman gate, Professor Raila, to welcome the gathering, please.
Hi, good morning to all of you. A warm welcome to IIT Madras. And I'm very happy to see a huge gathering after a long time, that too post-COVID. Okay, so even though there are few empty seats in the front, I still request all the students to come come to the front so that we'll get more motivated. Are you guys willing to come? Come. More. Okay. Hey, that is not frontier. Okay. So we are very happy to welcome all of you to our campus. And I'm sure you'll have a good time on the campus for the next 2 years. So with this I welcome Professor Shivanayendra, Chairman of MTech Admission Committee, to give you a brief statistics on the MTech admissions and the other programs. Thank you.
Vanakkam. Good morning. A warm welcome to all the new students who have joined the various postgraduate programs at IIT Madras. Respected Director, Professor V. Kamakoti, Dean Academic Courses, Professor Pratap Haridas, Dean Academic Research, Professor Shanti Pavan, Dean Students, Professor Nilesh Jevasa, members of MTech, MSc and MA Admission Committee, Professor Shamit Bakshi, Professor Suresh Kumar Raila, Deans, Chairman, Library, Chairperson of Women Forum, Chairperson of SheCash, heads of the departments, faculty, staff colleagues, my colleagues from the Gate and Jam office, student secretaries, new entrants to the various MTech, MSc, MA programs of the Institute, their parents, and well-wishers. I have a great pleasure in welcoming you all to today's orientation program. IIT Madras once again swept the top honors in the National Institutional Ranking Framework, NIRF ranking of Ministry of Education, Government of India. The parameters broadly cover teaching, learning, resources, research and professional practice, graduation outcome, outreach and inclusivity, and perception. The IIT Madras retained its #1 ranking in overall category for the 5th consecutive year, in the engineering category for the 8th consecutive year. This is possible just because all of you students are our institute strength. IIT Madras has a well laid out merit-based procedures for the selection of candidates to various programs. I congratulate all the students for various programs secure seat at IIT Madras. I am sure that all of you have made a right choice at a right time, and you are going to enjoy both academically and co-curricular activities for the next 2 years at IIT Madras. As a chairman of MTech, MSc and MA admission committee this year, I am happy to inform you that we got an excellent response for all our MTech, MSc and MA programs. For MTech programs, we received an application from regular GATE qualified candidates and IIT BTech graduates, the candidates coming through sponsored programs and also foreign nationals. Admission to the GATE qualified candidates and BTech graduates to 29 MTech programs in 12 departments was done through COAP, you all aware of it, Common Offer Acceptance Portal, coordinated by IIT Kharagpur this year. So this year, about 8,575 candidates applied for regular MTech programs, and we went up to 12 rounds to offer the 514 candidates. 500 candidates have joined our institute. Among them, 72 are female and 442 are male candidates. GATE qualified candidates will be given a fellowship through off-time teaching assistantship. We call it as an HTTA for their TA duties. This year, we also admitted 116 candidates under non-HTTA category for the various MTech programs in the institute. Coming to JAM admissions coordinated by IIT Guwahati, we have offered 170 students joined to various MSc programs in chemistry, mathematics, physics, programs in our department, in various departments of the institute. Among the 170 students, 48 students are female and 122 are male candidates. I congratulate all these students for securing very high in JAM 23 examination and securing a seat at IIT Madras. This year, we also started 3 MA programs, namely MA in English Studies, MA in Developmental Studies, MA in Economics. These 3 programs are unique programs in the country offered by Department of Humanities and Social Sciences in the institute. About 63 students admitted to these 3 programs, and more than 50% are women candidates. All of you have come successfully through various programs through very stiff competition. Our hearty congratulations to each one of you and to your parents, guardians, teachers, and well-wishers who have inspired you to join the higher studies and supported for your success. We are confident that all of you will contribute to maintaining the standards set by the institute and work hard to take the institute to the next level. Contributions from the students are significant and critical for the growth of this institute. We look forward to the postgraduate students for focused and specialized contribution in academics, co- and extracurricular activities. We have no doubt that each of you will contribute in your own ways in sustaining the growth of this great institute. I wish you a successful, fruitful, and memorable stay at IIT Madras. Nandri, thank you, and Jai Hind.
Address by Dean of Students.
Yes, first one. Top. Yes.
Full screen.
Yes. I'll do. Okay. Good morning to everyone. I am Vasa from the Dean Student's Office. Namaste. What I have done is I have prepared a short presentation for you to have a look, and I will try to explain to you in next 5 minutes. So, of course, first of all, welcome to IIT Madras. This is certainly a very important step for all of you, right, in attaining your dream for further studies. In fact, right, a few years back, right, I was also, like all of you, I also entered IIT Madras as a master's student over here. And really, it changed, right, my learning abilities, my understanding of the topic of interest, etc. And right, it has provided me an opportunity to step forward, and in terms of understanding the area of interest, and really it helped me to make myself a better person in terms of inclusivity, in terms of learning together as friends in the classroom also, and that helped me well. And that's what is what our master's courses also offer, along with our academic activities. And coming to our layout, IIT Madras, see, the total area is around 620 acres. Right? However, when you enter from the main gate, the first up to 2 kilometers what you pass this zone is residence zone. And if you come to, there is a Gajendra Circle, you would have seen Elephant Circle. If you take one direction towards academic zone, it is extended up to 3.8 kilometers from the main gate. And hostel zone on the other side, right? And so this is what is our institute layout. This is what IIT Madras, this campus. And we have lots of academic opportunities that you will start learning in your first year courses. But over and above, lots of opportunity for research in the laboratories. So there are 300 plus laboratories, various research centers. There are 15 center of excellence. And you can browse through the different such opportunities here and go through various topics of interest. They range from technology, human aspects, societal approaches, etc., science, everything including. And you will be you will have lots of opportunity in your project work also, during your project work, to interact with in this laboratories as well. Now coming to our stay over here, of course, other than our stay, first I will also tell that we also have a research park, IITM Research Park. 150 plus companies are there, and they have lots of different startups with innovation cell, bio incubator, etc. And you can also find out, during your studies, you may be able to find out even internship opportunities, and maybe some of you may also end up towards startup opportunities as well. And we have state-of-art laboratory, library facility very nearer to the Gajendra Circle, and it provides access to many books, e-books, journals, e-journals, etc. and you will be able to access lots of your academic, right, and research aspects through that library as well. Now, hostel stay, we have 21 hostels which can accommodate around, right, 9,000 students, right? And 3+, why I have written plus? Because we also have created, right, a few, another, right, dining facility as well, small. So 3+ dining facilities, Himalaya, Vindhya, as well as Nilgiri, and multiple eateries. And since, although we think that the number of hostels are more, but since the number of students are also more, most of the time in first year, you will be on a sharing basis, and subsequently from the second year, right, depending upon availability of the space, right, you will be accommodated. However, I will tell you that it's right. You may initially we may think, oh, sharing basis, who will be our right room partner, etc. But after a few days, right, you will all be working together, irrespective of the area of right academic area of interest, etc. And it will certainly provide you a strength, added strength, right, to work as a team member as well. And coming to healthcare, we have an institute hospital which can provide a first aid, right, assistance whenever you have difficulty in terms of sickness, etc. Right? And you are also covered under medical insurance by paying some additional premium for medical fee, right, through our hostel, right, activity. Now, coming to various activities other than academics. So, it's not only to study at IITM, but to understand various other activities which will make us, right, which will allow us to form lots of, right, friends from outside the department, etc. And this is what I have shown over here is different activities. Its top is co-curricular related to right, various activities related to technical aspects as well. Then cultural sphere on the left-hand side and right-hand side, sports sphere. There are various student clubs. Depending upon your area of interest, you can join. Various students' activities in terms of lectures, etc. Social outreach activities as well. And over and above, we also have leisure time activity programs. So outside your academic hours, you, depending upon your hobby, you may be able to even find out someone who can teach you further along your, right, line of interest in terms of hobbies, etc. And in culture, in co-curricular sphere, we have Center for Innovation, Entrepreneurship Cell, Tech Sock, which generally runs in each hostel, and a Shastra Festival. Right, so this is round the clock, all these activities, and leisure time activity program offers you various other opportunities. For example, filmmaking or right web development, right, web page development, etc. Right, various such learnings are also possible outside the academic hours. Then coming to cultural activities, similar to co-curricular activities as a tech soc, here it is lit soc, and various workshops, cultural clubs are available, right? And as well LTAP, which allows you to even, right, either continue your hobby or learn something new, maybe performing right arts or fine arts, etc. Then coming to sports, endless number of right activities. We have won lots of medals in inter-IIT sports meet, and there are various sports activities and many opportunities in terms of using outside, right, outdoor activities are possible. And I must also tell you here that last year we were right general champion in inter-IIT sports. And we had also organized inter-IIT cultural meet over here. And this year, you will all be part of this organizing for inter-IIT technical meet as well. Okay, so please participate enthusiastically, and I am sure you will be able to explore your you can say your own caliber in terms of not only academics but in terms of co-curricular and cultural activities. We also have a wellness community center, because you see, it's not that every time whenever we come across lots other various activities, we may also come across somewhere where we have some mood shift itself, right? Sometimes I also feel that we need little amount of stress so that we remain focused and motivated. But when you find out that the stress limit is beyond your threshold, right, come forward and meet wellness person, maybe a student friend or a faculty advisor, or even we have a wellness center with professional counselors. You can come forward without hesitation. You can meet them, and I'm sure their advice and suggestions will certainly help us, help you in terms of overcoming some of the issues other than the academic aspects. And we have various buddy programs, and very soon you will receive from Sathi team some invite in order to understand various activities, right? And they will be arranging some sessions in this respect. And Mitra students body will also reach out to you directly or indirectly in terms of meeting you and explaining you about various activities. In fact, today we have arranged one talk after this orientation program for all of you over here on here at the SAC, in order to understand that. I will announce to you in a couple of minutes time. But before I end, we will certainly enjoy during our stay over here in terms of living and learning environment. You will find out a way to grow forward. You will find out a way to be cooperative, and learning about team activities, etc. You will also find out lots of opportunities, but at the same time learn about responsibilities. But do not give up your dreams. Keep connected with family and friends. Do something useful and meaningful every day, maybe a little part. So this is the office of Dean, where we have staff, our office staff available, and to help you out. And we will assist you not only to learn and live at IITM, but also to make your stay experience memorable. And we have arranged a talk by Dr. Swetha Raghavan. The title of the talk is "Make Your Mark, A New Journey Begins." And Swetha ma'am is is a very good speaker and very motivating teacher. She will provide us some inputs regarding how we begin our new journey in terms of learning at a place, IIT Madras. And thank you very much for your attention.
Request Professor Pratap Haridas, Dean Academic Courses, to address, please. Hand mic வச்சுக்கோ, hand mic கொடுங்க.
Vanakkam and good morning to all of you. First of all, on behalf of our director, I welcome you to our campus. There is a national education policy program today in Delhi, and he was required to be there. So he was unable to join you here. He's always delighted to meet all the incoming students and greet you personally. So he really misses being here, and he wanted me to convey his personal greeting to all of you for having come to our campus. By way of introduction, I am Pratap Haridas. I am the Dean Academic Courses here, and usually, so this basically means all the course-based degrees, which is BTech, MTech, MSc, MBA, MA. All of those are the degrees and the students and the aspects associated with that come under the purview of the Academic Courses department. So, of course, this is your iconic Gajendra circle you have seen. So I just wanted to walk you through a few things. We have some time, so we can have a little free format discussion. So you have come from school to college, and now you are actually doing higher education. There's almost 1,000 of you here. We would still like to see more women in our institution. I think we have about 20% here, which is steadily getting better, but it's still not where we would like it to be. It would be great to see 50%. I think as a society and as a community, we need to keep working on this. So, okay, so you have now come from this is the transition you're doing. So I'm just going to, I wanted to put this here to alert you to it, that the reason I put this is, I want to encourage each of you to stop thinking like a student. Okay, so you are going to do things like a student. You are going to attend classes, you're going to do various activities which are student activities. But I want you to stop thinking like a student. Instead, I want you to think as a professional. Okay, so there's a big difference. A professional is, supposing, see today, let us say, I don't know, I'll give you an example. Let us say you are an aerospace engineering. Okay, so you're a student, MTech student in aerospace engineering. Let us say 3 years from now, you join ISRO. Okay, so then you are a professional in ISRO, right? I want you to think like that professional. I don't want you to think like a student here. What difference is it? Do you know what difference that makes when you go to a class or any such thing? Any idea? See, when you're a professional, when you and you have a client, right? And the client says, my project is such and such. I need something delivered by this day. I want the next aeroplane wing to be delivered by this day. Something it gives you some requirements, right? Then when you look up information for that product, your whole perspective, your hunger for the detail, the way you look at the detail will be very different from a person who is looking at a design of wings to pass the exam that is coming up on Wednesday. Okay, there's a big difference. Then you're just doing some minimal thing. I know this, I can clear, I know that you can clear. Something you do, maybe something interests you. That is different. A professional looks at this information very differently. He will really, you yourself, once you are in that position, you will start, really questioning yourself. Do I know this? Do I know that? I have to make a presentation to my supervisor by Friday on how we are at this stage on our wing design. We will have it on some other stage by, in a week's time. And what is it that I have understood about the wing that is correct? What is it that I have understood about the wing that is wrong? And how will I correct it, right? The perspective is very, very, very different. right? You are now going to that stage. You are just moving to this professional workplace. You are months away, maybe at most couple of years away from joining a professional workplace. It could be higher studies, it could be doing a PhD, or you join some professional organization. So you have to inculcate those habits in you now. If you do it, you will be successful here. You will enjoy your stay here, and you will be really ready when you go to your professional life. So that perspective has to really change. The way when you sit in the class, the way you look at that information, when you attend a class, the very fact that you attend a class, it's very different between a professional and a non-professional. A non-professional is looking to clear attendance requirements. A professional is looking to squeeze every bit of information out of that class. Right? If you are a professional, and you have signed up for a course because you need it for a product, and let's say the class is cancelled 1 week, you will complain, why did you cancel the class? I need to get this information because I need to get this job done. Why did you cancel the class? I have paid fees, I have attended this, joined this place to get this, learn this information so that I can do this product. So you don't cancel the class. If you're not a professional, you're looking for ways to scoot, right? So that's the difference. It's all part of growing up. I'm not, complaining anything. It's all part of growing up. We have a mindset from school, from college, and so on. Now we are very close to professional life. It will do you great service to yourself, to any organization you're going to join, if you start thinking like a professional. So please keep that in mind every time you attend to any activity in the campus. Next slide. Yeah, so this is what I meant. The second part that I wanted to talk to you about is being part of the community. Okay, so how many of you saw some awards sitting in the front? Okay, some of you saw. So many of you have not seen. This is just awards when you finish this program, when you step out for a break or something. If you just go outside there, you will see 4 awards and some display, and there are some small things you can hold, you can put your face somewhere and take photos and all that. What are those awards? Okay, it is NIRF 1 awards, whatever awards were given. 4 different categories, we got the first or second position in 4 different categories, and it is out there. It is just right out here at the entrance, you can see. So when you see that award, it will say IIT Madras has been awarded first place in engineering category, something like that it will say. So my question to you is, who or what is IIT Madras? When you come here for degree, your name is put on the degree, right? When you go, or whatever degree you got, your name is there. This says IIT Madras. Now who is this person? Who is IIT Madras? Or what is this place? Yes, you are IIT Madras, right? From today onwards, whenever you see a news that says IIT Madras, it means it is referring to you. Personally, it is referring to you. It is not some building, it is not admin building, it is not 2-3 of us who stood on the stage, or at least it is not only the 2-3 of us who stood on the stage, 5-6 of us who sat here. It is not your hostel building, it's not the Gajendra Circle. These are all not what IIT Madras stands for independently. All of us seated in this room represent IIT Madras. Okay, so this is something that you should really take to heart. So when you see an award that says IIT Madras is NIRF ranked 1, the thing that you should realize is you, each of you, are NIRF ranked 1. So this is personal. So this belongs to you, each of you. And this is not just an idle statement, because as you just heard, as Professor Vasa mentioned, the award is given based on variety of categories. Each of us contribute to those categories in different ways. It is based on patents. Many of you will do work which will result in patents. Okay, it is based on what diversity we have in the community. It is based on what kind of publications we do. Many of you will publish papers. So you are a very important contributor to the ranking of this institute. In any ranking, it doesn't matter whether it's national ranking, international ranking, etc. You go out as alumni. Perception of this institute is an important contributor to this ranking of this institute in many places. So our alumni who have already graduated from here, gone on to various places, done great things, contribute to this ranking. So this belongs to them also. Forever from here on, you will be an IITian. And so every time you see news, every time you see something that's about IIT Madras, it belongs to you. So this is both, this goes 2 ways. All the good news belongs to you. All the criticism also belongs to you, right? So it's a common responsibility we carry with ourselves. Wherever we go, it's a common responsibility that the good, it belongs to us, the responsibility for it to stay good also belongs to us. We can't have it one way. We can't, just celebrate when everything is good and then quietly start pointing fingers when something is not right, right? So, this is what I mean by saying you should have a sense of community. So, what does this mean? Does this mean IIT Madras is perfect? No, we will not be perfect. I was a student here some 30 years ago. Things were improving. I joined as a faculty some 20 years ago. Things were improving. Today, things are improving. 10 years from now, you may join as faculty. Things will keep improving. So, this is how it is going to be. So, we are an institute that is in constant state of improvement. Improvement means we are always going to reassess where we are. We are going to see our processes, our procedures, our facilities, whatever it is. We are going to locate what is shortcoming in amongst, in our system, what some other institute is doing better, and we are going to improve. So criticism is good. I'm definitely, as key stakeholders of this institute, your input is very, very valuable. Okay. The main point is you have to participate in the improvement process, not simply point fingers and say, this is not good. Why is IIT Madras not doing this? Well, you are IIT Madras. Okay. Why is IIT Madras not doing this? Because you are not doing it. That's how I'm going to tell you, right? So, when you raise issues, we are very happy to hear from you. You should also suggest some solutions. There's no point. You are the best in the country, right? I mean, if you cannot provide solutions, what is the point calling yourself the best? You have to also suggest. You have to say, sir, this is not working, or madam, this is not working, or this is an issue. Why don't you please try this? Give us some suggestions. We may or may not use the suggestion because we have a history of trying out various things. We may know that we have tried this 5 years ago and it had some other problems. So maybe that's not the best solution, even though that is a solution. We will do something different. But most importantly, be part of the full process. Okay, so anytime so that's the same thing I will say, when you post something on social media, whatever it is, because today that's the world we are in. Everything is, thrown at everybody's face across the world, saying, see, here we know this, we know that, and so on. Please remember, everything that we praise belongs to us, everything that we criticize also belongs to us. Okay? And this is your home, so please treat it like that. So, if you have a disagreement with your mom, you don't go and post it in your social media, saying, my mom, look at what khichdi she made, right? You don't do that, right? The same principle, right? So, we'll do this together, we'll improve together. Next. Okay, so some operational aspects, you're going to have courses. Most of you, since you are in, MTech, MSc, MA, a key aspect of your academic activity here is courses. I will also tell you, we saw a lot of extracurricular activity that is available in campus. I strongly encourage you to participate in all of that, but you should always manage your time. Okay, and you are already actually senior people, you have already been through an undergrad program somewhere, so you have probably experienced this a bit. It is easy to get, lost a little bit because there's so much in campus, there's just an amazing amount of stuff that's going on. All the time you're going to get notices saying something is going on, show up here, show up there, etc. You should judiciously use that. Definitely participate in all that. I think finally at the end of the day you should have a great experience here, and part of that is trying out various things here and learning many new things. In fact, I always say every semester or every year you should have learned at least one thing that you have not learned before in your life. Anything, it could be just about anything. During the pandemic I learned typing. I didn't know typing. I could only type with 2 fingers. I mean, I never had time to spend time learning it. But there was some online, funny tool was there where you can play games with it and then you learn typing. So I learned it. So I learned swimming only after I came here as a faculty. As a student, actually, at that time we had water shortage, so there was swimming pool was always empty. We have an Olympic-sized swimming pool. It was always empty during my student days. After I joined as faculty, they had classes here. I learned swimming. I mean, at least, I'm still not an expert swimmer, but today you can throw me into the water, I'll at least, manage to come to the edge. I'm confident of coming to the edge, and I can swim along the edge. Even a deep pool, I can swim along the edge. So please keep learning something. But your main activity here is courses. Your academic activity here. So please always keep that in mind. Your first priority here is your academics. So whenever you're doing other things, please manage your time such that you don't affect your academic performance, because finally that is what you are going to be, putting forward as your accomplishment here. The way we work is we have something called a class committee. Our system is very open. So you participate in almost every step of it. So the way it works is any course that you take will have a class committee, which is what will decide the evaluation pattern for the course. So our system is not fixed. We don't say that there will only be 3 exams and there's a final exam. It's not like that. So one course may have many assignments and just one exam. Another course will have just 3 exams. Some other course will have 2 exams. Some other course will have a project plus 1 exam. All these possibilities are there. You will be told right at usually within the first week or so of a course starting, you will be told what will be the assessment for that course, assessment pattern for that course. And there will be a class committee meeting where faculty teaching that, first year MTech students, first semester MTech students of say mechanical engineering. There will be one class committee meeting during which 1 or 2 representatives from your student representatives from your class will be there. Each faculty teaching you will tell, for my course I'm going to do this, for my course I'm going to do this, and so on. And student can give their input, and on that basis only the evaluation pattern for a given course is made. So that is how the class committee works. We of course expect disciplined contact. So we have a discipline and welfare committee. The best contribution you can make to the discipline and welfare committee is what? Is to make sure that it does not meet. Okay? Discipline and welfare committee should not meet. That is their target. And the requirements for that are very simple. All the stuff that you already learned is all that you have to do, which is basically, attend to your classes properly, take exams in an honest way. All those things hold, exams have to be honest, your assignments have to be honest. Today we do plagiarism check, which means if you simply download from the internet and submit it as an assignment, that is considered cheating. So you should write on your own. Of course, ChatGPT has come, so this is going to be more difficult. But nevertheless, so you should find interesting ways to make assignments. So I now give video assignments, for example. So you have to record a video. Maybe 5 years from now that will also not work. But I'll give a topic. You can go look up. See, even in the past you could look up, but now you look up and then you speak about it for whatever 2-3 minutes. If I give an assignment, I'm giving it like that these days. Anyway, so discipline is important. So please make sure you keep the requirements. Minimum attendance is 75%. So let me just again explain this to you. The perspective, how you should think about this. See, this is a residential institute. Okay, so this is not like if you see the city colleges, most of the students in the colleges around the city are usually traveling some 1.5 hours by bus. Some college bus will be there, they'll go 1.5 hours. And you may even have done this in your undergrad days to go to the college, attend, and then come back. This is residential campus, which means all your classes are typically 500 meters to 1 kilometer from your hostel room. You can get up from the bed, 500 meters away is your classroom. That is how close it is. So we actually require that you attend all your classes. So there must be a strong reason why you are not attending. You are in campus, classes are here. If you are not attending, you should really ask yourself, what am I doing here? Right? So our requirement actually is that you attend 100% of the classes. If you have any valid reason, yes, you can take off. You have a valid reason, whatever it is, you have some medical reason, some emergency at home, all that you have, something urgent that you have to attend to, of course you can take a day or 2 off. All of that should fit within your 75% or the 25% that is remaining. It has to fit in that. This is not to be interpreted to mean I don't have to attend 1 month of classes every semester. That is not the idea. 4-month semester, 1 month I can take off. And periodically, once in a way, I'll show, and then sir will ask, who are you? And say, sir, I registered for this course. I have not been coming last few classes. So that is not the idea. You have to attend, right? So please always keep that in mind. We will give you some better systems now. We are also trying to upgrade our systems. We'll upgrade our systems. You'll have better way of keeping track of. You will have some better way of keeping track of your attendance. Next slide. So you will get a roll number. You'll get an email ID, which will be basically your roll number at smail.iitm.ac.in. So I've just given you 2 examples. So some metallurgy, well, that won't be a C then, but anyway. So PH22C001 maybe, and AE22M001, something like that. Your first branch will show up at the beginning. This is last year's 22, it's actually 23 now. And then what course you have, what program you have joined, MTech or MSc or whatever, and then the roll number at smail.itm.ac.in. So have you already got this? Okay, good. So all official requests from you should come only from this. In fact, all communication from you should come from this, because only then we can know the identity of the person. Because Gmail, I can create an account which has enough alphabets of your name with some variation, and then nobody will know whether it's me or you, right? Or you can create in very close to my name. So therefore, we can't trust that. So anything you request, please request only from this ID. We will respond only to that. Okay, so that's something I wanted you to know. Yeah. So for MTech students, we have something called HTTA. This time we are also having NHTTA. Again, I wanted to just share the philosophy with you that we traditionally, in the past also we had NHTTA. The basic idea is that we have some limited amount of funds that come from the government which allows us to do this HTTA activity. But we know that there is a lot of demand to join IIT and learn from our professors here. So we also said that we'll first finish these funds, but if there is still more demand, it's available, people can still join without this fellowship. People are joining many private institutions without fellowship, and they're paying significantly more and so on. So we thought, why not have our students have more access to IIT system? So you also have an HTTA. The HTTA is for a duration of 24 months. Please remember, this is half-time teaching assistantship. So you are required to do something. It is not just like a general paycheck kind of thing. It's not a scholarship in the traditional sense of the scholarship. Many scholarships, as long as you passed all the courses, they will give you the money. So this is not that. This is half-time teaching assistantship. You are required to do something. So one of your professors will ask you to be a TA in a course. You may have to mark attendance. You may have to upload notes. You may have to prepare some slides. Some activity will be there. There will be a lab. You will have to be the TA who runs the lab along with the faculty. So this is something you would have benefited as an undergrad student. Somebody else would have been in the lab. Now it is your responsibility to do that. And for doing that, for 8 hours a week, you get some half-time teaching assistantship. So there is a teaching assistantship orientation, previous slide. And then there is, like I said, time management is a very important thing for you. So please always keep track of that. In your third semester, there will be a project, typically for MTech students. It will start from June 1st. So these details you don't have to remember. As you come there, you will start getting all that information at the right time. Next slide. So this is your timetable. For all PG students, this is the timetable. This is how our system is set up. So when you register for courses, first semester, I think your respective departments will help you register, or you'll have to do it. You'll have a course which is, we call them slots, so A, B, C, D, E, and so on. So it means if you have a course in A slot, some course you're attending which is marked as A slot course, it will be in 8 to 8:50 on Monday, 12 to 12:50 on Tuesday. You won't have it on Wednesday. Thursday it is 11 to 11:50, and Friday it is 10 to 10:50. That is how you see your timetable. So the minute you know it's a G slot course, you can look up and see what is the timing of that course. So therefore what happens is, it doesn't matter if you're taking an elective from some other department. So you're a civil engineering student, you're taking a mechanical engineering elective or an electrical engineering elective. As long as the slots don't clash, it will be possible for you to take it. You cannot have 2 courses in A slot, you cannot have 2 courses in G slot, something like that. Exams will also not clash. We'll have a day for A slot exam, day for B slot exam, so on. So once you, as long as you uniquely take courses in different slots, your general progress will not be an issue. And we typically have 4 slots per week for several of those slots, 4 hours per week. So you should make sure that you don't generally sign up for some other activities which is sitting in one of those hours. You should make sure that those 4 hours are available for your class. Next slide. Okay, we have a credit system. That's okay. Many of you already know it. There will be theory classes, tutorial classes, extended tutorial classes, lab sessions, and then some time that is required to be spent outside the class. So all of this comes together in your credit system. It helps us to relatively emphasize, importance of one course versus an importance of, or work put in for one course related to work put in for the other course. So if you have less work, you get less credits, more work, more credits. Next. And like I said, this is what our process is. Teacher will explain the evaluation pattern for every course at the beginning. We'll have 2 quizzes and an end semester exam normally, but you can have variations on this. All of this can be decided by the teacher and is approved by the class committee. And usually the end semester exam is for 3 hours. All of this is open for discussion with the class committee. Next slide. So this is our grading system. Our highest grade is there, S grade, 10 points, and then A, B, C, D, E. A is 4 points. Basically the 2 things that you should avoid is a U and a W. U is a failure due to performance. That means the student didn't get enough marks. W is a failure due to insufficient attendance, which means students' attendance was below 75%. These 2 you don't want to get, and in general, most of you, you've all done well, you've come through an exam which is very appropriate for your department. You will not have a problem with any of this. The only time you'll have a problem is if you're not managing your time. If you're suddenly lost, you're doing all sorts of stuff other than your academic stuff, then you will end up in these situations. If you do what you are, you will not have this problem. This will not be an issue for you at all. Okay, so I just want you to understand that. So please put in your, of course our institute is different, you come from different institutes, so you may find some extra effort you require to put in to match the requirements here, academic requirements here, but that is the learning process. See, the whole point of you being in IIT is that you are able to stand up to some tough standards. so that when you go to a job or your institution elsewhere, you'll be very successful. That is the whole idea. Yeah. Next, please. Right, so this is the very hall in which we have our convocation. So if you do everything right, you will be here 2 years from now or thereabouts. You will have your degree, your convocation, gowns. This is our new style. Next, put one more slide. Next slide. Yeah. So this is from just after pandemic. So a lot of people with masks. I think we have a lot less people with masks these days. So that's our new. We don't put gowns. You get an angavastram to wear and take with you. And we really look forward to seeing you here 2 years from now in a different setup. And then convocation took place only 2-3 days ago. We have our admissions going on now, and the same cycle will continue when you are heading out. 3 days from the time you head out, we'll have a new set of people here. So with those few words, I welcome you to our campus. I'm really happy to see you here. I'm confident you'll have a very good time. I look forward to interacting with you in the next few years. Thank you. Vanakkam.
Request the librarian, Dr. Jadhav, to say a few words about the facilities available in the library.
Yeah, just I brought. Just before 10 minutes only told me.
I called him, he's supposed to come.
Yeah, okay.
Be very easy to.
Where is that? No, please. Where you copy that?
You can use this mic.
Yeah.
No problem.
Pen drive, which pen drive? Pen drive was there, no? This pen drive. Good morning to all. Actually, means Central Library is one of the central support system for any organizations, and IIT Library also one of the actually best library in India. Among all IIT, I can say almost we have more than 5 lakh collections are there actually. And these are the actually 2,66,000 actually books are there, 11,000 theses and 17,000 theses are there, and so many, you can say all the collections These are the five six categories actually we have below our databases: full text, statistical, multimedia, resource support tools, and graphical pattern standards. So these are almost actually we spending. These are the actually e-collection, you can say, like we have e-books, e-journals, databases, pattern standards, and all these things actually we spending almost 20 crores on this. And these are the pattern, almost 13,000 users actually we taking care. And see, almost 22 crores we spending on journals, databases, and these are for you only. And I hope actually, even though this is not sufficient, because even though actually we have almost SBI credit card is there, actually, even though no any library in the world to subscribe all the resources, so even though that is not sufficient, so any article if you want actually, and it is not available in your library, you can just request to your guide, we will purchase that through credit card. And these are the actually best practices we have in library. Actually, our library website, if you go there, actually, you will get all details. You can check there all these things. And we also have issues into almost 4 crores resources we are getting from MHRT consortia, MOE consortia. We are spending 22 crores, but even though that is not sufficient, so we are getting resources. And these are the actually, you see, we have RFID there. Any time actually, if you come and access through RFID, and I just request you actually do not, if you lost your card actually, block immediately, because anybody found your card, he can issue books on your name. Because that is RFID, only your number will be read there. And you can also actually draw box. When you just draw the book, it automatically cancels from your name. We have children's library corner actually. Another is actually we have 220 actually sitting capacity. One room is there, and if you do not have laptop, also we have 100 machines. One lab is there, DKC lab is there. You can use that for any your work, for 8 to 12. And these are the floor arrangement actually. You have, means every floor we have color coding and all laptop charging, on all facility available there. You can just use that. And one thing is actually our library website, as and when actually you just issue the books, you will get email from the library. Please do not ignore that, because this email is content that how many books you issue and what notice will come there. Read that actually, don't ignore that, otherwise you will just charge fine. 2 rupees per day actually after 15 days, 1 rupees for 15 days. So if you do not return on time, or you can renew online, even though these are the actually you will get email that you can renew before this, email will come, you can renew online, or maybe you can return that book before due date. It's like such email will come to, don't ignore that. And we have library web package there actually, even though you can search book there, and if you want any book to be reserved, you can, through your LDAP login, you can log in there and you can claim that. Means you can reserve for that. As soon as anybody return that book, you will get an email that book is received, you can just come and take that book. And you can also check online your login actually. Once you log in, once you issue the books, how many books you issue that, you can check there. How many books you issue, you can renew online there, you can check your fine, all these things detail will be there. Even though if you want to share some actually, if you like some books actually, you want to share that book with your friend, you can write review, you can write comment that among your group you can share the books. Through social media you can share that book to your friends. Like means subject heading or maybe year or maybe database, all this you can search the books. And see, we are spending almost 20 crores on journals. These are all journals we arrange alphabetically, publisher wise or subject wise. You can just check that actually in library website, you can access that. Even though alphabetically is there. Publisher wise also, we have almost 30 plus publisher e-books, almost 180,000 e-books we purchase that. So these are the e-book you can download directly PDF file, or you can read online, or you can save in your offline also, you can save that. In your mobile app, you can use that. So like this actually, some books are DRM free, because some of the publishers, they are not allowing actually to download entire books. They will only means actually allow only 1 chapter at a time or 2 chapters at a time. You can just copy that or download that and you can share with your friends. So that way also you have to see that. These are the databases actually, we almost 29 databases we subscribe, and basically there are 2 databases, there's Scopus and Web of Science. When you are doing research survey, means when you want to do project on that actually, you want data, something on that. So you can just search Scopus Web of Science, and these are the almost 29 databases we subscribe that. These are the Scopus actually you can search, you can just have indexing, abstracting, all databases are there that you can use that. Web of Science also one of databases about database. And another actually, those chemistry, chemical, and all those students, they are working on that. They have material science, we have 500 scholars. like formula, all this, like a structure formula, all this, you can just check in that, you can draw that, you can access that. Research support tool, basically these are the research support tool, very useful for you, like we have database, Scopus, Web of Science. Again, actually, we have Grammarly there, actually, if you want to write something and your English is not good, actually, you can use the Grammarly. Even though, actually, we have Turnitin there, actually, if you're writing some article, actually, anything you want to check similarity, that software also you can use. Another is, actually, we have Language there. Those means their mother tongue is not English, but they want to write in that and they can listen. These are the one social science database for only quantitative analysis. The social science one can use that. See, mainly actually, when you just do research survey, it is very difficult for you to manage folders. You can just download article and keep in your like a desktop. But mainly one of the reference manager tool is that you can organize that, you can manage that, and all you can use that. Mainly you can just like citation, you can use it there. Grammarly, when you're writing anything, it will just detect that means your English not good or something mistakes are, that you can use software. Maybe there is app is there, another in Word also plugin is there, and email also it will check that in that. Like that it will detect that. And one is another one, Language is one of the actually another software that those means student not in good in English. So they can just take course there, they can just listening practice, actually speaking practice, they can take courses there, they can just log in and they can use that. The Turnitin means maybe not right now you want, but maybe after 1 year or maybe 2 years actually when you're writing your thesis or maybe something documents, that time definitely you want that this software you can use that, just log in that, means you ask your supervisor to create login for you, because we given actually for guide login, from guide he can create another class and that you can use that. On patent database, we also have, means suppose you just, your thesis actually some innovative idea, you just did research actually, and you want to patent that. For that, we have 3 patent databases already subscribed, and our IP cell will support you for filing the patents. And we have repository there, actually all articles we just put there. Even though our thesis also available in Shodhganga, all full-text thesis are available in Shodhganga, what early thesis made available. We have scholars profile, all faculty profiles are there, that there you can check that. And even though actually if you go in vacation to your house, actually you want to access some resources, that also you can access remotely. During vacation, you can access all resources through remotely through LDAP login. Thank you very much. And we are organizing actually another detail. Next week actually we are organizing detailed program for you, because how to access this, because this is only overview. So how to create login, how to access that, actually next week we will organize one orientation program. That time you can attend that. Thank you very much.
I now request the chairperson C. Cash to address the gathering.
Good morning. I extend a very, very warm welcome on behalf of my team at CCASH, the Complaints Committee at IIT Madras. So as you embark on this exciting academic journey, taking in the fresh air of our lovely campus, we are the lungs of the city, and such a privilege to be here. We also want you to breathe the invigorating air of freedom. IIT Madras gives you a lot of freedom, academic freedom, social freedom in abundance. This is Liberty Hall, and it's a hallowed space to be in. But freedom comes with a great sense of responsibility, right? So a mind without fear and the capacity to use the resources of freedom is what we want for every student in this campus, right? Especially for every woman student who has taken up an MA or an MTech program. All of you, it's for all of you. CCASH, in a way, I'm not dichotomizing, it's for all of us. So let me, on behalf of my team, members, let me give you a bird's eye view of what the Internal Complaints Committee is all about. So to begin with, how do we define sexual harassment? Because it contains a broad spectrum of definitions. So all of you will be required to do something, what is called a POSH online course, POSH, Prevention of Sexual Harassment. It's a very easy course. I think they have designed it very nicely. You know, every lesson perhaps is drawn from a typical workaday, experience that you can encounter in any educational institute. It is mandatory. So please, my request is please don't go through it as you would go through a chore or a routine, right? Because this provides some kind of guidance, a lot of guidance in fact, and solutions to some of the situations that we might find ourselves in, not just women but also men, right? So please take a look at the POSH course carefully. Now going to sexual harassment, let me just define it very, very briefly for you. Broadly refers to acts with sexual or gender-based implications which cover a broad spectrum. So we are talking not just about acts which violate the bodily integrity of a woman, right? We are not just talking about that. We are also talking about acts like stalking, attempting to follow another student if she is not interested, if there is a clear indication of disinterest, if the male student still persists, yes, that's not okay. We are talking about monitoring somebody's activities on the internet, discussing them in social media, embarrassing them, so on and so forth. So we are also talking about acts like voyeurism, which can be defined as watching or capturing a woman's activities in private space. And we are also talking about verbal abuse, sexually colored remarks, abusive language, or any other unwelcome comments. So that's what I would underline, unwelcome. If anything is not consensual, it is punishable, right? And who are we? Because CCASH is an apex body constituted by the MHRD. So what is the composition of CCASH? You have senior faculty members. You also have external members from NGO. We have an ex-IAS officer, for instance. We may invite people as and when necessary. If it's a student's case, of course, we'll have students on board. We may invite the warden, or the chief medical officer, the chief security officer. As the situation demands, we will invite. So it's a big committee, and the idea is to keep the environment safe, right? So what is the role of this committee? So we act as an inquiry committee on a complaint of sexual harassment. And believe me when I say it, CCASH is for everybody, right? Even a vendor selling coconuts has access to CCASH. A summer intern who's just here for 2 or 3 months has access to CCASH. If a student goes on a conference somewhere and is harassed on the way, can come to us. Faculty can come to us. Ad hoc, workers can come to us. So in short, CCASH is a democratic platform. It is for any woman who faces harassment of any sorts. So we also assure you that a complainant's identity will be protected. Our proceedings are highly confidential, and nobody will be victimized in the process. So anybody can come to CCASH with that absolute confidence, right? Because the members are very, very serious people, and they'll do their best to give you an unbiased outcome or corrective measure, right? So who can make a complaint? As I told you, if the person who has been harassed is feeling too traumatized, a friend can make a comment, a relative can make a complaint, a teacher can make a complaint. All this is possible, but the complainant has to give a letter of consent, a written consent. And the complainant has also to appear before the committee for a deposition. Not just the complainant, everybody who's involved in the case will be called before the committee for a deposition. So these depositions will be transcribed. We will send them back to you. You can read them. sign on them, and then we write our recommendations, which will be sent to the highest executive authority of the institute. You can visit our website, CCASH. If you go to the IITM website and just type CCASH, I think you'll get a fair idea of what we do. So please do that. So, if you face harassment of any kind, write to us, ccash@iitm.ac.in, ccash@iitm.ac.in. We will respond to you within 7 days. You will hear from us saying yes. And if you need any immediate relief measure, we will spring into action immediately. We will conduct an inquiry within 90 days. So all these time frames are mandated by MHRD. So we will do due diligence. Please do not worry at all. And finally, let me also talk to you about a sister organization. The chair is not able to attend today. So on behalf of Professor Indubati Nambi, Chairperson, Women's Forum, IIT Madras, I again extend a very, very warm welcome. So if CCASH is a body which sensitizes people about sexual harassment, Women's Forum is a forum which makes sure that the talents of women students flourish. So they are very well connected to alumni. They have mentorship programs, and Professor Nambi conducts a lot of these interesting programs. It's just not for women. It's a kind of a skill enhancement program. So you have programs on self-defense, on how to manage your money, or you have interesting talks, interesting activities. So please do visit the Women's Forum website. You'll also find it in the IITM website, and feel free to approach Professor Nambi if you require any additional assistance. For example, if you want an alumni mentor, let's say, or if you are looking for, some additional help regarding your own academic journey, they are more than willing to help. So I think the Dean spoke to you about the gender ratio, how it is improving. Yes, it is improving. I think for the MA program, it has never been a problem, and I think for the new batch, we have 37 women students and 26 male students. That's the ratio. That's not surprising, but if you look at the overall, I'm talking about the MAs, the MTechs, and the MSc students, it is only 174, 899. The total is 899, and we have 174 women. So be sensitive, right? And we hope we'll never see you in CCASH, right? So this should be my only interaction with you, right? So thank you, and enjoy your stay in IIT Madras. God bless. Jai Hind.
I now invite the Student General Secretary, Aniket Singh Patel, to address the gathering. Student General Secretary.
Check. Hello all. So I am Aniket Singh Patel, a fourth year undergraduate for the Department of Computer Sciences and Engineering. Firstly, congratulations to all of you for selecting IIT Madras for pursuing your career. I will not take much time. I will introduce about the facilities, etc. here in the campus and what all you can explore being a student of prestigious institute as IIT Madras. So firstly, and the foremost thing which I like about my institute is like here, every student has the power to raise its voice, and we, as a council members, we represent each and every student to the higher authorities whom we have. Like me being a general secretary, I am part of almost all of the committees which are here prevalent in the institute. Other than that, we as a student council are there at all the levels of the institute. Like firstly, we have for hostels, we have hostel council, which basically manage all the hostel facilities, etc., along with in coordination with the hostel manager and hostel warden. After that, we have our executive council, which basically takes care at the institute level. And after that, in the academic side, we have our academic department legislators. For BTech, etc., we have department legislators, and for research PG people, we have research legislators. So it can be seen that in every side, we have some of the student representatives where you can put up your voice and raise to the concerned authorities. Then coming in short, I will explain you some brief details which will be helpful to you for putting up your complaints, like how you can put up your complaints or raise some issues, whichever you have, and whichever you want to be like, this should reach the concerned authority or something. So coming to the point, like at the hostel level, we have our hostel general secretaries, hostel health and hygiene secretaries, literary secretaries, social secretaries. So as their name suggests, they have their following responsibilities, like sports secretary also we have for sports thing. So general secretary basically take care of all the general facilities. So if you have any concerns in your hostel, then you can directly reach out to your hostel general secretary. Or if you're finding that you're not able to reach out to hostel general secretary, then you can directly reach to the hostel manager and your issue will be resolved. If you think that the issue is not resolved, then you can reach to some of the other secretaries who are there in the council. And yeah, in that it will be obviously sorted out. Other than that, coming to the institute level, we have around 9 secretaries and 1 speaker. So firstly, we have cultural affairs secretary. Here you will be knowing that there is a diversified culture and lot of fests happen like Sangam, Sarang. So all these are there. These all are handled by our cultural affairs secretaries. Then we have co-curricular affairs secretary, who basically takes care of the teams like E-Cell, C5, Shastra, and yeah, that is there. So all this is like co-curricular things which he takes care about. So if you are interested in all this, then you can reach out to these secretaries. Then we have our sports secretary, which takes care of the sports facilities in the institute. And then coming to the most important thing, we have hostel affairs secretary, which basically takes care of all the eateries in the campus. So eateries will be of 2 types. First is our mess facilities, and other than mess facilities, which are general eateries like HFC ground floor, left side. Then we have Zaitoon, then Prime Mart. So all this is taken care by our CMGFS team. CMGFS is Campus Committee for Monitoring General Facilities and Services. And for mess thing, we have a mess monitoring and control committee. So both these teams comes under hostel affairs secretary. So if you have any issues regarding any of the things, then you can reach out to both of these committees and they will be raising the issue to hostel affairs secretary. And then hostel affairs secretary will be easily resolving the issue, because here, as I told, each student, all the hostel, executive council people have that much power, then they can resolve the issue through their level only. So this is there. Then coming to me myself, general secretary, and I being the general secretary, I will be covering most of the things in the institute. Other than that, I am part of every committees. Then may it be DWC, which sir mentioned, DNACAT sir mentioned, or may it be hostel affairs committee, may it be convocation committee, any committee I will be there. So if you feel like I can help you out in any manner, then you can feel free to reach out to me anytime. So this was in basic about our institute. Other than that, we have some other teams also. Like I have teams like Sathi, which will be handling the immersion. So you guys will be having immersion shortly. We are planning for it. So maybe next month mid you can expect. So I will request all to join the immersion program, because that will be a nice opportunity where you will be making your friends for future. Other than that, you will be creating a new friend circle. So all these things will be there, and it will be a lot of fun for all. And the other teams which, so basically Sati also has the thing to handle institute wellness. So maybe if you are thinking like, yeah, if you're feeling very low or something, like maybe a CATS is very high or something, then you can feel free to reach out to the Sati team. Then we have Mitra team also, which basically handles like, they will be basically talking to you. Like if you feel there is no one to talk to you, then you can reach out to them. Or other than that, I am always there to talk to anyone, as simple as that. So anytime if you feel that you want someone to talk to, like something is there which you want to share to someone, then you can reach out to our teams. Firstly is the Sati team. If you find Sati as not convenient, then you can reach out to Mitra team. If you find Mitra is also not convenient, then we have our student wellness advisors, like Sophia ma'am, who is present here. She will be guiding, I think, further about it. Then others we have. And if you think like, if you want to talk to any student representative, then you can directly reach out to me. I will be available anytime. So yeah, this is all from my side. Yeah, if there are any concerns, you can feel free to reach out to me. You can note down my number. My contact number is, that will be my WhatsApp number also, and contact number also same. So my number is 9424396487. I repeat. It's there. In the pocket guidebook which is shared by Dean Student Sir, it's also there. So yeah, it's good. So yes, this was all from my side. Always feel free to reach out to me for any concerns or issues if you will be having. Thank you.
May I request the Vice Chairman Gate to say a few words and propose the vote of thanks.
Good morning to all of you. It's my pleasure and privilege to propose the vote of thanks on behalf of the GATE Jam team. First of all, thanks to all the students and for selecting IIT Madras as your choice of institute. And special thanks to your parents, guardians, mentors as the driving force and in encouraging you towards the higher education and choosing IIT Madras for this purpose. Our appreciation to our director, Professor V. Kamakoti, and our Dean Academic Courses, Professor Pratap Haridos, for their continuous support, guidance, and encouragement at each stage of the admission process. We thank all our deans, Professor Nilesh Bhasha, Dean of Student, it's also called Dost, like the friend of the students, and Professor Shanti Pavan, Dean Academic Research, Professor Mahesh Panchagnula, Dean International and Alumni Relations, Professor Koshi Varghese, former Dean of Administration, Professor Robinson, the present Dean of Administration, Professor Ligi Philip, Dean Planning, Professor Manu Santanam, Dean of Industrial Consultancy and Sponsored Research, Professor Raghunathan Rangaswamy, Dean of Global Engagement, for their constant support. Many thanks to our colleagues and head of the departments who served as members of the selection and admission committee for their valuable advice and guidance in the offers at various rounds of the admission process. Special thanks to the Chairman, Council of Wardens, Professor Tyagraj, and his entire team for taking care of the hostel accommodation. Our special thanks to the academic section, in particular to Mr. Vijay Shankar, the Assistant Registrar, Academic Courses Unit, and his entire team for their support and cooperation. I also thank all the staff of the GATE office for their tireless effort during the entire admission process. Finally, we wish all our new students a very fruitful and memorable stay and a great learning experience at IIT Madras. Our best wishes to you all in fulfilling your dreams while fulfilling the dreams of our institute. Thanks to all. Jai Hind.
Yeah, so I know that now you are aware that how much treasure is there inside the IIT Madras. and each moment will be enriched for you to grow professionally strong and make a big impact in the society. I think now we'll have an interesting talk. Dr. Shweta will deliver a talk on Make Your Mark, a new journey begins. I think I request Professor Vasa to, coordinate this talk. Please remember, you all much matured now. Your professional journey is much more important, and you will going to make a big, change in the society. You should make a leadership qualities. We should not, whenever an opportunity provides, you should take that leadership role and, help the society. Now I'll request Vasaji to, coordinate the next talk.
So once again, of course, you need not worry about my boring speech now. It is right, very interesting speaker is here, Sweta ma'am. She will take over. And just one sentence, Sweta ma'am is consultant psychiatrist in Atma Mind Center, and she has delivered many such lectures in our institute, and it's very you will all enjoy, I'm sure. I'll just request ma'am to take over so that and sorry, it's getting right little your orientation program, a few more minutes have been added, right? I hope that you had taken your tea, breakfast, everything. You are all fine, right? Yes. Okay.
Good morning. Okay, so I'm Dr. Shweta. I'm a psychiatrist. What I'll try to do is, there's nothing you have to take home from here, okay? The only thing take home is enjoy your stay alive, be happy. That's it. So you're all postgraduate students. You have crossed your undergraduation. You have loads of experience. May I know if there are people who are from the same institute undergraduation? Can I have some hands in case you are an undergraduate from here? No, so all of you are from different colleges, right? I'm a person who likes to interact. No boring PPTs, it's just here for a formality. So I would want some yeses, nos, arguments, shoutings, clappings in between. Clappings means you're feeling bored. That's an indicator for me, okay? I know it is boring because it's already been quite some time, so I'll try to finish it fast, okay? How many of you know Tamil? Okay. That's probably 1/3 or 1/4 of the crowd. Hindi? Oh, that's a whole lot. So, welcome to Chennai, welcome to Tamil Nadu. I hope you will be able to manage language issues. हो जाएगा, बस 2 साल. कितने सालों का कोर्स है आपका? How many years? All of you are for 2 years. So I think you will manage pretty well. Most of us in Tamil Nadu also know a bit of broken Hindi here and there. So, hope other students who know Tamil will be willing to help. Okay, so having come from different states, different territories, what do you think are the challenges you guys are going to face here? Now, you are here for almost 3 days in Chennai, or a bit longer, a week? 4 or 5 days, great. So, what are the challenges you guys are facing? Mike? Would you want to speak in the mic, or just stand up and howl, or just sit and howl? That's fine for me. What are the difficulties you're facing right now? But other than us boring classes, general difficulties within the campus. No, Dean sir will not mind it, because we learn from you. If there are difficulties, then we are here to sort, okay? And I'm not a part of the institute, so I can take that. I'm sorry. Weather, good. Because that's 24/7, I'm sorry, I can't change it. Something else? Hostel, okay? Is that a specific hostel? Arey, sab log bol rahe hain. Okay, then food. You all like idli, dosa, all South Indian food is agreeable. I think it will be palatable for another 2 weeks, then you will start longing for your homemade food. What else? Network. Sort it out yourself, your data cables. What else? Sorry, I didn't get that. Nahi samajh mein aaya yaar, please. Okay, so general things, food, stay, laundry, all these are going to be tough. You're going to manage so many things amidst the main thing, academics. So how do you think IIT is going to be different from what you did as an undergraduate? Not only IIT, but any postgraduate course for that matter, how do you think it's going to be different? Oh, so undergraduation mein nobody is disciplined. Something else? Opportunities? Have to be more focused. Undergraduation, you could be more playful, you just whiled away time. Now you have to be more focused. You are in the midst of a place where you can either go for a better job in 2 years, or you'll be taking PhD programs. You will be collaborating with several other universities. So this is going to be very demanding and very responsibility oriented. So that's one of the biggest things. You have to be more focused. And more focus comes with a price tag. What is the price tag? You tend to get low off, and I'm not able to manage. I'm finding it difficult. So that's when we as professionals, as a team, you have a team of 4 clinical psychologists who are here to help you 24/7. So please reach out. The first thing, when you find that things are not going well, you are not able to focus, don't keep blaming yourself. Please reach out and ask. What you think, as I am not doing well, it is me who is not able to concentrate, it is me, could be something else. Could be a depression which you couldn't identify. Unless, you have either gone through depression, or you have had a colleague, you have had a family member who goes through depression or mental health issues, you will not be able to identify by yourself. The only thing will be, I can't focus, I don't want to talk to anybody, I don't want to get out of the room, I don't want to take part in the classes, or something different is happening to me. So that is the first and foremost sign for you to reach out to a mental health professional right within the campus. If you feel reaching out within the campus is stigmatizing or difficult, I will put my number at the end of the slides, you can reach out to me, okay? Okay, so now from undergraduation to post-graduation, it is definite sign of growth. All of you who are here have taken loads of efforts to clear the exams that you have already done, and now you might feel, okay, I have cleared my exams, let me take a break. But what happens? Through the orientation, you understand that, array, I have jumped into more responsibility. So, yes, that is how life goes. We are being taught in 10th standard, only till 10th it is going to be difficult. Only till 12th. Fir college jaoge, you will enjoy, you will have a flamboyant time, and then you enter college and this like, no, you have to work, you have to go for a post-graduation, you have to go for a specialty, and this never ends. Not only for you, including me, I learn from every batch of students that I get to meet here and outside. So all of us are in the learning curve 24/7. It's you who decide to either learn or put a full stop. And the day you decide to put a full stop, you are not only putting a full stop to your academic profile or anything, but personal growth also. So try to learn smaller things every day, okay? And you have to receive things from your colleagues, and you have to cope with things. Of course, you need not panic. This is a wonderful campus in terms of, ambience. You have animals, birds, and whatnot that you can ask for. It's a 400-acre property. You can enjoy your stay. But like ma'am said, enjoy with responsibility. And yes, like I said, please ask for help. Asking for help need not always mean you have to reach out to professional bodies or professors. It can be your own seniors. It can be your roommates. Please don't hesitate to ask for help, okay? And if the one who wants to help is unable to help, please reach out to someone who can do the help, okay? There are loads of expectations from your own self also. You will have put some standards. Okay, now I have to reach this. And there will also be expectations from family as well. Look, I have put you in a prestigious institute. Please, hamara adar karo, hamara samman maintain karo. Loads of things. So, loads of expectations. While if you are not able to match the expectations, it is okay. But please feel free to share that. We will not always be able to reach these standards which we ourselves place on ourselves, okay? So sometimes you will have to lower the standards, accept certain failures here and there, acknowledge it. I will not say don't get depressed, because it is not possible. Eventually all of us are human beings. We will have phases of low, phases of high. So when you find yourself going down, 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 and you see nowhere to look into, please reach out to us. Okay, so this I think is a very important side for me. The idea of joining a postgraduate course, yeah, in undergraduation we would have all had a lot of fun, friends, and now you are away from your friends. Do we have some friend groups here already? Like you have your UG Mets? Please raise your hands. Only 1, 2. Arey, only 2, 3. Bas itna hi friends bana hai. Only these people are able to make friends? Okay, so there is a lot of time that you will get to make friends, to socialize, and there will be something called social pressure. Time and again, to establish relationships or to maintain so-called relationships, you will have to, or you will sometimes be forced to get into new habits. Why have I put a danger signal there? So habits which can be dangerous to your own self and to others. Which means I'm not going to speak, I know that you all know what habits I'm talking about. So what are the dangers, not only in IIT campus, it is anywhere around you, starting from school. Okay, so I'm primarily an addiction specialist, so I get children as young as 7 years, 8 years, obviously addicted to gadgets, addicted to substances as well, external substances like alcohol or tobacco. So we have umpteen chances in such a large institute that not either within the campus or outside, when you go for parties, you want to mingle with somebody, you want to make a new friend, it's probably over a toast. You only have to say hi over a drink or a smoke. But the only request that I would make is, can you postpone it for that particular day? Because one smoke, one drink is never going to stop with one. Is never, that is the bottom line. So, as and when possible, please say no. Meeting somebody over a drink or a smoke is not at all required. Such type of friendship, please don't encourage either for yourself or for others. So could I know what is the what does your logo mean? Siddhir Bhavati Karmaja. I know you all are newcomers. So this is the logo of IIT Madras. The bottom line is in Hindi or Sanskrit. Siddhir Bhavati Karmaja. Success born out of hard work. You could have Googled that. Okay? So it's very important. Success comes out of hard work. Success doesn't mean topping the exams or topping the class. Success means that you are able to lead a happy life. You are contributing for yourself, meanwhile contributing to the community. That is what success means. So if you are innovating some ideas that is going to help loads of poor people get education in a remote place, you are inventing, you are making a program, that is success. That program can help at least 10 people, that is enough. It need not be a Nobel Prize winner. All of us in small drops make a big ocean. So each and every drop is important. Each one of you is important. Do not devalue yourself for anyone else. Okay? So you have to select or choose what is important for you and what is required for you. Why did I make that statement? Because every one of us has different priorities. What may sound important for me may not sound important for you. Okay? Could I have some examples? What do you think is important in life? Nothing about academics. Academics is a part of life, so it's just a chapter in life. So in a book called Life, what do you think is important? Help? Welfare? Peace. Peace for the self and for the others. So if I'm able to help also, I would say for the self and for others. I'm a very selfish person, okay? What I prefer is, if I keep myself at peace, automatically so there will be some peace around people who are around me. If I am not chaotic within myself, I will not spread chaos. तो मेरे अंदर अगर शांति है, तो मैं शांति spread करने की कोशिश करूँगी. So keep yourself at peace. Obviously not hurting others to maintain your peace. So make sure that you are at peace within your own self, not at the cost of hurting others. Thank you so much. So these are the things your academics will require. You will have new study material, like the librarian sir pointed out. You have to use the library, the internet, and you have so many websites. He's like, you're having 5 lakh books. Even to count, I think I would fail. So, and of course, it's a new language. I'm not talking about English or Hindi, but yes, Tamil is, I don't know, I would not say it is easy or difficult. Depends upon whether you have the idea of learning a subject, a language. And of course, when it comes to survival, we will learn anything. Khana chahiye, you will ask, sapad kudunga. You will do it in a day or two. So, and people around you. So, the people around you are not just your colleagues, your classmates, your professors, but there are other umpteen number of people who make sure that you attend your classes. There is this janitor who cleans your restroom. So, there is this gatekeeper who gets your Swiggy stuff order and gets it delivered for you. So, please make sure that whenever you get time, you thank each and every person whom you meet. Okay, I can't just say I'm here because of my qualifications. I'm sorry, that qualification contributes only less than 1% to what I am. I'm here because my mom is taking care of my kid. My husband is taking care of some other things. That's why I'm able to stand here. So all of us, instead of being haughty and arrogant and saying I am, I have climbed to IIT Madras, it's because of your efforts. Do endorse it. But also there are thousands of people who have contributed to make you what you are today. Developing potential skills. I know you have loads of these skills, but yeah, as a part of PPT, I have to make them. So, goals, responsibilities, assertiveness. That's one of the important things which I feel is important. Assertiveness need not mean that you have to be rude. Assertiveness just means be at the point. That's it. Don't go around beating the bush. if you don't like something, please say NO. And NO literally means NO. There is no bargaining on that, okay? And please respect any other person who is saying NO for something. Do not bargain. Please, 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 no. Please respect them for whatever they are, okay? And collaboration at this point, when you are postgraduates, you will be collaborating with different departments, maybe different universities. And collaborative efforts mean that time and again you will have to put yourself in the other person's shoes. What will they be thinking from their cultural perspective? We are thinking from our cultural perspective. I know only my culture. So if I'm going to talk to a person who is in a university in the US, then I have to understand what they want and tell them what are the difficulties in India and explain. So collaboration involves a lot of communication skills. So when you're collaborating with another university, with another person who belongs to a different community, you either will take efforts to understand what is the community background from which this person is coming so that you can interact well, or get information from the same person as to what you have grown up with. I have grown up in a different community. You guys have grown up in different communities each. So my thinking and your thinking will never be alike. Each of us is very, very unique. There is no duplicate copy. So when I'm going to enforce my idea, I'm using the word enforce, because when I'm thrusting, the other person on the opposite side will put a step back. That's not what we want. Collaboration means I have to move forward. And when I am moving forward, I should be able to ask open-ended questions. Open-ended questions means there is no, you will not ask, do you like this? No. Do you like this has only two answers, either yes or no. I have not given a chance to elaborate on what I like. So the question can rather be, what are your choices? So I have a whole lot of things to explain. So when we are collaborating, it is open-ended questions, open discussions that we should welcome, rather than asking another person whether this is right or wrong. No right or wrong, no yes or no. What is right for you might be wrong for me ethically. So ethics are very different from people to people, from the values that you have learned in your community, from the values that I have learned in my community. And what is good for me will be bad for another person. Suppose I land up in a job which another person has coveted, then that's a good for me, but that's a bad for him. So do I leave that job for him and say, no, hey, you take the job? If I'm in want of money, I'm sorry, I'll say, dude, better luck next time. And just one more thing, tolerance for ambiguity. That's very, very important. Ambiguity means confusion. You know, I'm confused. So if somebody says to you, I am confused, you have to have tolerance for it. Either you choose to sit and explain to the other person what it means in that context, if you really know what it is. While if you don't know, please send them to another person who can clarify. You just cannot say, hey, this is so foolish, you can't understand such a simple thing. No, please. Try not to make comments which are very judgmental, okay? You can't judge a person just by his or her ability to understand a lesson or to understand an emotion. Not required at all. Suppose I'm a single child who was grown by a single parent. I don't know what a fatherly love is. I'm sorry, I don't know. I was never grown up like that. Okay? So, if you don't know me as a person as a whole, then please don't choose to label me with XYZ labels. And for yourself as well, do not carry labels. I am this, I am that. No. I am, that's it. I am a human being with certain qualities. Let us not be judgmental either towards ourselves or more so towards others. Most often we end up, saying, I'm stupid or I'm an idiot. I would rather want you to rephrase it saying, probably I behaved little foolishly in that particular situation. Because I'm stupid means as a whole person you're telling I'm stupid. No, that's not. For that situation, maybe I behaved little foolishly. So when you're making statements either for yourself or for others, please make sure you don't end up labeling another person, because that will create a rift between you and the other person. You would have established a long-drawn relationship with the person, but a simple word could destroy it, okay? And this is my favorite slide, this has always been my favorite slide. Can you see the difference on top? That picture, the slides will come, the points will come. Could I ask someone if it is visible, and if somebody can help me with that slide? So mindful with a double L and mindful with a single L. So this is probably your state right now. You have so much information overload. Mindful with a double L. Should I continue in this institute? Have I taken a wrong one? Have I taken a good one? There are so many lectures going on, so much information that I have to carry, so many things I have to remember. You know, even to navigate within the campus, it's going to be tough for some time. It's a big institute. But this one on your right is mindful with a single L. I am minding this current situation alone. I'm just looking at the beauty of the trees and the dog that is with me. So I'm typically speaking, this is awareness. Awareness of the current situation. Where am I today? Now, this second, I am here. You may or may not be engaged in actively listening, but I should at least be aware that I am alive and I am here inside a hall, inside IIT Madras. At least that awareness should be there 24/7. Okay? Other than the time when you're sleeping or daydreaming. Okay. So, to put yourself on track on the right side to be mindful, you can use deep breathing techniques. You can use, I know many of you would have some apps called mindfulness apps. So many apps are there available. You can engage in sport activity, swimming, movie, musical evening. And when we are engaged in some music that we like, I think the whole picture comes in front of us, if it is a picture that we cherished, So try to be mindful in bits and pieces amidst your schedule. We lose ourselves running around, running for time. Always we are in a hurry. So if we could, take 10 minutes earlier. I know every class has some break, and you have time shifting from one place to another place. You have cycles to move about. At least when you're cycling, look at the deers around, look at the monkeys around. You have so many things to attend to other than academics. And academics also, you have to be mindful because that's going to put you in a career path of your choice. So the responsibilities are, you have to be more responsible than your undergraduate days. You have to be more accountable. Could I know how many of you were day scholars, that you went from home as an undergraduate? Only one. Oh, again, so most of you have been, thank you so much. So most of you have been hostelers. So I think this slide doesn't make sense then. You guys know that you are accountable for your actions, and at least you are much more at a better place than day scholars in handling things, little bit things. Like when you're a hostler, you should know that you have put for laundry, you have to get it back, you have to pay the laundry guy, and then the college fees are coming. You have to intimate your parents that the fees is coming up. Don't tell it at the last date. They have to arrange for money. How much ever rich we are, the day you tell, mommy will say, no paisa nahi hai ghar mein. And of course, as a doc, I think that slide makes sense. So be aware of your weight, your habits. Take care that you have enough time for sport and sleep. So can I know how many hours you guys sleep? Other than day sleep in the class. So night time. 12 hours. Somebody has time for 12 hours. Excellent, yaar. 5, 4. Oh, all of you are short sleepers. 5 ghanta, 4 ghanta is enough. I'm sorry, I am a long sleeper. I sleep close to 8 hours every night. So good if you guys can manage with 5 to 4 hours of sleep. Excellent. You guys are like Modi. I have so many Modis coming up. But scientifically speaking, majority of the people require 6 to 8 hours of sound, deep sleep to ensure that day-to-day activity goes unhampered. And there will be weekends where you will either sleep too less or sleep too longer. But please understand that such kind of sleep cannot compensate for all the lacks that you have been doing all the days. So make sure that you at least catch up with 5 to 6 hours of sleep. Please do that. And 5 to 6 hours of sleep doesn't mean, random time, chalo, 12 o'clock to 5 o'clock or 1 o'clock to 6 o'clock. No. Your brain is not like a mobile device. A mobile device can be put to charge at any time. And you put it to charge, you connect it to a power socket, it gets charged. But the brain requires A normal human brain, I'm not talking about superhuman brains which can get charged in 4 hours. A normal human brain needs to sleep biologically at night, because we have people, I get people from different communities, IT professionals who like work for companies abroad and they sleep during the day. And what do they end up with? They end up with forgetfulness. The nature has not made our brain to sleep during the day. The nature has made our brain to sleep during the night so that it gets charged properly. So if your brain is charged properly by say at least 10:30 or 11 at night to say 5 or 6 in the morning, then the charging is good quality without more than 2 intermittent breaks except for nature's call. And you have a good sleep without nightmares or whatever, then you are expected to perform to your fullest. That is what science says. But everything doesn't come under science. There are always exceptions. There are, I think, exceptions for my IITians. 4 hours or 5 hours of sleep, I can never imagine. Okay, and time management. So you have to manage time between juggling between classes, and you will have some short-term projects where you will be moving out, going to industries, and then coming back to the campus on time, catching up with your dinner, catching up with friends. So time management plays a role, and time doesn't wait for anybody. So you have to run behind time. Of course, finances, I think I told you, washing, drying, and timely communication of financial requirements. So next. Okay. So how do I strike the balance? Okay. Somebody just mentioned freedom with a sense of responsibility. You are free to do whatever you want, but it's with a sense of responsibility that you will do. If the campus says kindly do not feed the monkeys or the deers, please don't do it. I know you all love animals, but if it is said don't feed them, kindly don't feed them. So that is also a responsibility. Everything comes with a responsibility. If it is said please put the litter in one place, please do it. Please do it diligently. Can anybody tell me in simple terms what integrity means? Please. हाँ तो ठीक है, मैं कह रही हूँ कि नशा नहीं करो और मैं जाके नशा करती हूँ बाहर. हाँ ठीक है. That is one way of looking. Some more else? Thank you for taking time to stand and tell. Something else? What if I tell don't smoke, don't drink, and I go hidden and I smoke and drink in my personal space at home? Can I do that? No, I can't do that. So, integrity means doing the right thing even when no one is seeing. Even if nobody is around, I will not do the wrong thing. I will not do a thing which is wrong according to my values. So, because I already said right and wrong is very, very variable, I will not do it no matter what. Like in the crowd, I will say, come on, don't drink, and I just go on Saturday nights and have a party. No, I will never do that. So integrity means even if you guys are not around, I will not be partying around with my friends. That never happens. So that is what integrity is. And integrity is a quality which all of us, irrespective of our cadres, you are a student, you are a work, you are a homemaker, whatever, you have to be responsible to yourself. And of course, personality. All of us are very, very unique. Like I said before, we all carry different personalities. So to make friends, is sometimes very difficult. You end up saying, "Arey, her personality doesn't match with mine. She's an introvert and I'm an extrovert. Doesn't match." So what do you think is a single quality which all of us can develop so as to make friends easily? One quality which will help us make friends easily. Sorry, I didn't get that. Sensitivity. But if you're too sensitive, if I'm your friend and if I leave you unanswered, then you will get offended. So I'm asking for a moderation. Rather, I would rephrase it as, you are Exactly, I was looking for this word, acceptance. Accept the person as he or she is. They have been brought up with certain qualities, or rather nature has endowed them with certain qualities. We are not here to change people, neither am I. So we will accept an individual as he or she is. And say, yes, you are kind enough, good enough, compassionate enough to accept that person, everybody can be your friend. Okay, so you can create and explore situations wherein you transfer theory into practice. That is what is called skill development. Whatever you learn in theory, try to put it into practice. Okay, believe in yourself. Forever. This is not a theory class or just a statement. It is because of all of your each and every single effort that you have come here. So please continue to hold on to that effort and that belief that you can still do. And there will always be this person who will be better than you. Don't see him or her as a comparator. See yourself as a comparator. Did I get up at 8 o'clock today? I got up at 7:55. I get up at 7:55 tomorrow. That's an improvement. So you are your benchmark. Please do not use another person as your benchmark, because time and again it will hurt you. Because they might be improving at a different pace. You might be improving at your own pace. And even if you don't improve, it's okay. Being alive and being aware that you are alive is the most important thing that differentiates human beings from all other species on this earth. And practice gratitude. This will always be my last slide. Next slide. So this is a definition of gratitude. I just want to know what gratitude means to few of you, if you can take time to tell me. What is gratitude? I know the definition is there, but the definition doesn't work. Thankful towards what we have? Same. That's a wonderful answer. Gratitude helps me see the beauty in everything. Okay? So every one of us has beauty to be appreciated. Not the physical things that we look at, but we have so many beautiful thoughts, so many beautiful things that we need to cherish. And I would want to ask this question. How many people do you thank every day? Or do you get time to thank people? Yeah? Whom do you think deserves most of the thanks in our life? Mummy? Parents? Okay, that's a good one, because most of the time I hear mummy. Good. Someone else? Dog? God, okay, sorry. Either ways, both same. Dog, God. सब में मनुष्य है, सब में भगवान है. Something else? Son? Okay, thank you. Someone else? Why not myself? You want to tell something? Yourself? You wanted to tell something? Whom do you want to thank? Teachers. You have proud teachers here, so thank you. Please thank yourself every day. However young you are, you might be in your 22s, 23s, 21s. Please thank your body every day, day in and day out, irrespective of whatever you feed this body, it works for you. Sometimes you go empty, you don't feed it anything. You feel like, oh, I'm not hungry, I will not eat. You skip a meal. Palm, the body doesn't know. It will be looking for food. Doesn't it work for you still? So this physical body that has been endowed to you by nature, whether you like it or not, we always want to modify. No, I want to lose weight, I want to gain weight, I want to look this way, I want to look that way. Please take time to thank your body every day. It will hardly take 30 seconds. While you go to sleep, just thank your body saying, look, you have worked for me today. Hopefully we'll work better tomorrow. So my practice is, I thank all my body parts from head to foot. I label all my body part individually. I thank it from head to foot. The last thing that I do at night and the first thing that I do in the morning is this. Because I strongly believe only if this one works, I can go make rokoda. Otherwise, no paisa, no khana, nothing. So even as students for you need to learn, you need to sit and study. So this has to work. Please put in that battery or that charge called gratitude every day. And the more you express gratitude towards others, it is known to scientifically increase a hormone called serotonin in your brain. And serotonin is a happiness hormone. Most of us know it. We all know about dopamine. That when you play games, dopamine increases. But dopamine is energy driven. Okay, dopamine is target driven. Serotonin is not so. Serotonin is based on interpersonal relationships. Based on the interpersonal doesn't mean that it should involve another person. Within yourself, intrapersonal relationship is more so important. How much importance do I give to self-care? Okay, so self-care doesn't end with grooming. I shower every day, I do all the makeup things, then I comb myself. Not only that, we need to cleanse from within. And cleansing from within means, please express good thoughts for your own self as well. So the more you express gratitude, the more the serotonin and the lesser chances that you will fall depressed despite the circumstances. Please remember one thing. We cannot control circumstances. We cannot control other people's behavior towards ourselves. All that we can control is our own behavior. So here you are left with your own self to explore yourself more and more as you grow up and accept people and yourself the way you are. We all have shortcomings. I have umpteen shortcomings. I know what my shortcomings are. So that's my biggest advantage. I know what my shortcomings are. I know where I'm good at. So either I practice my shortcomings or stay away from it and just bank on my good things. And that's how life leads me. Thank you so much for your time. I hope I am not bored. I'm free for queries. Next. Back putting sir. Sir, back putting it. That's my mail ID and the phone number for contact. So, thank you for the time, sir. Thank you, Professor Vasa, sir. Thank you, Sophia, ma'am. I hope I will not meet any one of you for a mental health issue while I'm ready to talk anything other than depression for any of you guys or any mental health issue. You can contact me for professional help or professional growth or personal growth. I'm more than welcome. Thank you so much. Thank you, Sophia, ma'am. Thank you, sir. Any queries? Should I be answering? I'm sorry, I left the stage. I know it's time for lunch.
Hello friends, now it is time for us to introduce ourselves. I am the Deputy Registrar. My name is Dr. Sarvaharana. We are located at the 4th floor of the academic section, and he is Mr. Vijay Shankar, Assistant Registrar. There are my staffs standing, Vidya and Magesh Rao. So many others are there in the 4th floor. We are there to help you academically, like registration and other things, bona fide certificate, any other thing, adding and dropping of course and all. You can come to the 4th floor of the administrative building. Vijay.
I welcome everyone. So as Sarvaharana was saying, we have a team which may take care of all your academic requirements at the 4th floor of admin building. Our section is academic courses section. I think you have already got a lot of emails from drcourses@iitm.ac.in. That's one mail we are where we are very active, and you'll also have a workflow. You'll have a ticketing system, like for example, someone wants a bona fide certificate, an NOC or something. You'll be reaching out through tickets. With a tick of a button, you will get your bona fide online. So there are a lot of things you'll be learning over the few days, upcoming days. Once you start with your classes, you'll be having a lot of requirements. I hope you are all, those of you who have opted the hostels have all settled in your hostels. If you're having any academic related query, please reach out to us. You can come in person, you can send us emails, we'll try to answer your queries. And all of you will be having one designated faculty advisor. A faculty at IIT Madras will be your faculty advisor. You may contact them for any academic related queries at the department level. Much more, you can contact us at the 4th floor of admin building. I welcome you all to IIT Madras. Further updates, you will get a lot of emails from DR courses. Please be active in your S-mail. As Professor Pratap Haridas sir was saying, that is the one mode of communication you will get through your S-mails. Thank you.
Let's call it a day. Thank you very much for attending this orientation program. Thanks a lot.